Hello YouTube, Gaming Goddess here with a review on the visual novel Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 1 Onikakushi, also known as the Spirited Away by the Demon, and this is the first arc to the Higurashi series. This particular story is told from the point of view of our main character Keiichi Mayabara. With that being said, let's get into the review. Our story takes place in a small village called Hinamizawa, where our main character Keiichi is trying to enjoy a peaceful life with his new friends. The small village has somewhat of a secret past, or at least some type of mystery to it. Now, without spoiling too much of the storyline itself, Keiichi tries to uncover the mystery and secrets that are being hidden from him by his so-called friends. Consumed by paranoia, Keiichi eventually snaps. Now, a little fun fact for those who don't know, but the game actually came before the anime and manga adaptation of the series. So there are some added bits and details to the story that are definitely worth checking out. So the general gameplay of this game is very simple. It is a visual novel after all. The player can just sit back and enjoy the story. Now, as the player goes through the different events and dialogue in the game will slowly start to become more suspenseful and creepy. At least that is the feeling that I get when I was reading it. Now, I do wish that there were at least some interactions between the player and the actual characters in the game, such as choosing a dialogue option and things like that, but we don't have any of those options in this game. Aside from seeing the main story, after the player completes a chapter, new tips will become available for the player. These are little side stories that go into more details about a particular subject. Now let's take a look at the game's graphics and audio. This game features both the original character design as well as an updated design. The original is very cute and chibi looking, but I do prefer the updated version of the characters the best. We are also given some very pretty still background images. As for the audio, each event will have a different ambient noise or music in the background. There is no voice acting in this game at all, though it would be pretty cool to hear some of the original voice acting in this game. Finally, let's take a look at the pros and cons based on my opinion. First, some pros would include a good story, cute character design, the game isn't too long, and it's pretty relaxing to play on a cold, rainy night. As for the cons, there is no in-game interactions, no cinematic cutscenes, and no voice acting. Overall, this visual novel isn't too bad. It's a nice, mysterious short story that takes place in a small fictional village in Japan. Each character has his and her own unique personality, which I love, and the overall story for this particular arc is a pretty good starting point to the Higurashi series. This game also features some nice little side stories that the player can choose to read. Again, these are little tips that give some more information on the backstory and particular topics in the game, and they can be unlocked at the end of each chapter. Now, I am someone who saw the anime first, and this was way before I even knew that there was a visual novel. So, of course, I enjoy this type of style of game for the series. Not having interactions or even not having the voice acting can easily be ignored because I still enjoy the game for what it is. Overall, Higurashi Chapter 1 Onikakushi gets an overall rating of 8 out of 10. This is not my favorite arc, but it's definitely good. If you like this review, feel free to leave a like. Also, leave me some comments. I love reading what you guys have to say. This has been a Gaming Goddess review, and remember to keep on gaming. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the pros and cons based on my experience and general opinion